What's going on, everybody? My name is Eason, and welcome back to another video. And today, we're going to be getting into if statements, else statements, else if statements, booleans, logic, math, all that good stuff with Java. So let's get started. We're going to write an integer and give it the value of 2, and then we're going to write another one and give it the value of 3. Now let's write our if statement. So we're going to write if, and then we're going to put parentheses. Inside this parentheses is going to be our condition. If what? So we'll do if b is greater than a, if integer b is greater than a, if 3 is greater than 2. Then we're going to put a pair of curly braces. Now inside of these curly braces, we are going to put basically our statement. What is it going to do? If b is greater than a, what is it going to do? So we'll make it print out, because that's the only thing we've really learned. We're going to make it print out, this is greater than a. And actually, I'm going to organize that a little bit. Don't forget your semicolon at the end. You're going to need that. And there we go. Yeah. So if b is greater than a, it's going to print out this is greater than a. So let's run it, and then we should see it appear in our terminal. This is greater than a. Awesome. Now, what if b isn't greater than a? So we'll do else if, and then we'll put a condition here. So an else statement is where there's no condition. If we want to keep going, okay, if b is greater than 2, write this out. So we'll do that. If b is greater than 2, we will write, I'll just copy paste this actually, make it a little bit easier. We will write out this is greater than 2. So I will clear this, and then I will run this, and then it's going to say this is greater than a. The reason for this is because this is correct. B is greater than a. So it's not going to read our else if statement. Now if we made this correct, if we said b was less than a, save it, run it, it's going to say this is greater than 2, because it's going to read this as wrong, so it's not going to print this out. Then it's going to go to our next statement, read it as right, and then print it out. Good. Now let's write a new statement. I'm going to clear this too. That's not right, clear. We're going to write clear, and then we're going to write a next statement. This is basically just going to be else. There's no condition with else at all. So basically, if both of these are wrong, doesn't matter, we'll print this thing out. So we're going to print out, we'll just print out this is other. And then we will run it. And it's still going to say this is greater than 2 because this is not wrong. So I'll change this to 4. B is not greater than 4. So it's going to go to our plain else statement. And then it's going to say this is other. Now we can write an infinite amount of else statements, or else if statements, or if statements, if we wanted to. Actually, no, we have to start out with an if statement. So what we could do is that we could write else if again, if b is greater than 5. I know this is wrong. What we do is system.out.println. This is greater than 5, and we put that there. That needs to go there too. And then we run this. It's still going to say this is other, because this is wrong as well. However, if we change b is greater than 1, I'm going to make it print out b, this is greater than 1. It's not going to read our plain else statement, because this else if statement is correct. B is greater than 1. 3 is greater than 1. That's logic for you. So it's going to print out this is greater than 1. Pretty cool, and hopefully it makes sense. It does for me. Let's remove these statements. All of these statements. We don't need them anymore. Goodbye. Voila. Oh gosh. No. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to add some more integers. We're going to do 2 that are worth 10, and then we'll make one that is worth 20. Now let's write an if statement, and our condition is going to be, I read my ones that are worth 10, C and D. So if C is equal to D. Now to write equal to, you're going to put 2 equal signs. And then to write and, we got to use a logical operator, the and logical operator. So we're going to do 2, I guess we're going to call them and symbols. I don't know the logical term for them, but they're on your 7 on your keyboard. You hit shift to put them down, and you got to have 2 of them. So if C is equal to D and E is greater than D, so it's 20 greater than 10. Then we'll put our curly braces. We're going to make it print out, this is true logic. And then we'll write an else statement. Basically, if this is not true, we'll put, so we'll make it print out that this is false logic. This is false logic. Alright, let's run this bad boy. And then it's gonna read it. It's gonna see that 10 equals 10 and 20 is greater than 10. And it's gonna print out this is true logic. Now let's use another logical operator. Let's use the not one. So instead of C is equal to D, we'll do if C is not equal to D. So we're going to remove one of these equal signs, the first one, and then we're going to put an exclamation mark there. So we're going to have exclamation mark equals. So if C is not equal to D and E is greater than D, print out this is true logic. If C is equal to D and E is greater than D, basically our else statement, it's going to print out that this is false logic. So we are going to run this statement, and it's going to say this is false logic because C is equal to D is not equal to D. It says if C is not equal to D, print out true logic. But since it is equal to D, it's going to print out that this is false logic. Awesome sauce. Now, we're going to keep this not logical operator. However, we're going to remove the and one. And then we're going to use the or logical operator. So basically, I guess it's like two absolute value lines. That's what I call them. So if C is not equal to D or E is equal to D, print out this is true logic. Well, let's run it and see what happens. Make your predictions why your code gets compiled, and think about that. So mine says this is true logic. Why? Because we put the or logical operator. So it's going to say C not D equal to D or E greater than D. It's going to pick one. Well, it's not going to pick one. If one of these is correct, we could have 20 conditions. And if one of them is correct, it's going to print out true logic. However, we have two, but one of them is correct, so it's going to print out true logic. If neither of these were correct, it will print out this is false logic. And that's the or logical operator for you. Alright, let's remove these statements. I'm going to clear my terminal, make everything nice and organized. Actually, I'm going to Control Z that. I'm just going to remove the condition for my if statement. And what we're going to do is that we're going to do 11 is greater than or equal to. And to do that, we're going to put the greater than sign into the equals in the equal sign. Now, if we wanted to do less than or equal to, we would do the less than sign or equal to. Let's do 11 is less than or equal to 11. Now, if we print this out, we've rerun it, it's going to say this is true logic because 11 is equal to 11. If it was greater than 11, we put 15, it would still print out this is true logic because we have that greater than sign. I don't know why this is getting like underlined as an error, but it's not an error. Now what we're going to do is make some more integers. So integer f is going to equal 5. Integer g is going to equal f times 2. So it's basically 5 times 2 is g, which is 10. So integer g, I'll put a comment here, equals 10. Then integer h is going to equal g plus 1. So we're going to increment it by 1. Not decrement, increment by 1. And to do that, it's going to be plus plus and then our name, which is g. So h is going to equal plus plus g. And this is going to be 10 plus 1 equals 11. So integer g equals 10 and integer h equals 11. Awesome. So we're going to replace this if statement with h. That's it. If h is greater than or equal to 11, print out this is true logic. So we'll clear this to not stir up some confusion. We will run it, and it's going to, we have a syntax error here. Oh, gotta get our stuff going on. That's not right. Is that right? Everything good? Okay, everything is good. Now let's print this out again. This is true logic. H is greater than or equal to 11 is equal to 11. If we decremented this, which is minus minus, so we're going to do 10 minus 1 equals 9. We'll print it out. We'll run it. Get rid of that. It's going to say this is false logic because 9 is not greater than or equal to 11. So it's going to skip this printing and go to the else, and it's print out this is false logic because 9 is not greater than or equal to 1. It cannot be simpler than that. And that's going to end this video. If you guys want to subscribe, go ahead. It is free, and you can change your mind if you don't like my channel. Like the video. It really does help me out. Comment and give me feedback. Comment anything that you've made with Java. I like to see what you guys do with the stuff I did in my video. Consider joining my Discord server. The link is in the description down below. You could learn something new, or you could teach other people things that they did not know. I put daily fact of the days, and I have active trivia as well. So links in the description. If you want to watch more Java videos or learn program and JavaScript, which is also made by Oracle, who made Java, I'm going to have a card about the video with those playlists. So consider checking them out. But I got nothing else for y'all, so see ya soon. Adios.